cold out today. All right. So the name of the game is to, I'm sorry if there's wind, it's super windy out. The name of the game today is we are going to insulate the floor and put sheathing on it. So the way the insulation process is going to go is we are going to put on some furring strips on these 2x8s. We're going to set down some 2-inch rigid foam. Not only is that going to be a bit of a vapor barrier, but it's also going to keep up our rock sole. We're going to put rock wool insulation for the floor. And so we will have R35. Wait, is that right? R35? Yes. We will have 10 plus 15. R25. My bad. My furring strips need to be mounted on the line of 5.5. That way I have 5.5 inches. 3.5 for my rock wool insulation, 2 inches for my rigid foam. 5.5. Right there. You know what? I'm just gonna run my furring strip right on the bottom edge and that'll be perfect. All right, we'll just cut them right here. Make sure they're all even. So these aren't pressure treated, these little furring strips, but my anchors are rated for pressure treated, and which is important because if you don't use a nail or a screw that can be in pressure treated, it'll corrode in a heartbeat. No matter where this is, it's always going to be on these beams. So it really, these shouldn't see a lot of weather. Well, I definitely did not buy enough furring strips. I mean, again, you can make these, obviously, but it saves you a lot of time. Here it is. I cut these on my table saw. If you aren't really smooth, nice cuts, a table saw will do you just right for this rigid foam. 93. For the foam, we're gonna go exact, so it's nice, tight fit. So basically, we're just gonna put 2 little beads of caulk on these furring strips that we added. I don't know if it's necessary, but it'll also seal the air a little bit, you know? Come on, baby. Oh. Whoops. It's snug. That's okay. We like snug. And so then what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait until I get all my insulation down, but then we're gonna put our nogs in right here. You'll have a little bit of a, a completely insulated floor for the most part. And quite honestly, that's pretty awesome. I feel like a bit of an engineer, not gonna lie. This is a latex caulk. You gotta make sure there's no nasty chemicals in it, since it can eat away at the insulation. Just like the last one. Guys, this is awesome. Can you tell I've learned a little bit along the way? I'm feeling really good about this. It really feels like I've learned a few things, you know? Not to mention the rigidity, big word, that, this I wouldn't walk on this 2-inch insulation, but it is, hard to compress. Like, you could probably drive on it. Well, I don't know. I like to incorporate a little bit of science in everything we do, Like, look at that. Are you kidding me? That's so awesome. And we're flying now. That looks awesome. Okay, I'll go get some lunch. So I guess we should put our blocking in. I don't know how necessary it is, honestly. I got these cutoffs because, like I said before, I bought 12-foot lengths instead of 8-foot lengths, just because the 8-foot lengths weren't very good. Now normally you'd be putting them like this instead of flat, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to put in as much insulation as I can. All right, let's see if we can suck this in with some screws. Oh yeah. Don't want to trap any moisture in there. Just sweep in the snow. Nobody knows. Where's the best place to open this? Probably on my Oh, well, when in Rome. Oh, that's satisfying. Whoa. Hey, baby. How you doing? Whoa. Dang, son. How do they get it all in here? Okay. All right. So, for those of you wondering, this is called rock wool. It is a mineral, or I guess a rock-based insulation. Don't want to crush it in there too much. We want it to be nice and fluffy. Is there a front and a back? A couple awesome things about this rock wool insulation is it's super fire retardant. I mean, the thing's made of rock. It deadens sound a lot. It's super dense. And ultimately, it's just a higher quality insulation. I've used it once before. I did not use it on my cabin. I should have, but I didn't. But we're using it now. You guys get to see what it's all about. It's a lot easier to work with, that's for sure. Oh, no way. I don't have to cut any. It's a modern day miracle. This is one of the ideal things about this footprint, doing stuff like insulation, paneling, sheathing. If you're in that 8-foot range, you can do stuff like this, where I didn't even have to cut this at all. When I built my original cabin, I didn't really think of things like this. The efficiency of a good design. Obviously there's a slight hump in the middle, but once the sheathing's on that, it will just require a little bit of compression. It shouldn't be too bad. I read that you can use a bread knife to cut this stuff. But as you can see, I mean, man, this is like a million times easier to work with than fiberglass, in my humble opinion. Just like that, our floor is insulated. All right, we're gonna start on this end because I know 16-inch centers should line up, I think. I hope. Maybe not. We tried. What if I do this way? What if I start over here? There we go. Now we're talking. So the plan is, another thing that I didn't do on the cabin that I learned because of your beautiful comments or other people, and then eventually my own research, was you want to stagger these. And obviously the easy thing to do would be to just go 1, 2, 3. But then you don't do what sheathing can be best at, which is tie in a lot of different points of your building. So by running it this way, I'll be able to tie in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floor joists to the same piece of wood. If I go this way, I can only do 4. So, does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Therefore, we're going to do it. Whoa! She's square. I don't know how, but it's square. Oh no, Graham, you forgot. Guys, the one thing I wanted to make sure I did was glue down my subfloor. I haven't made too many mistakes yet, so I only got to rip out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're using screws now. My wrist hurts. Forgot you guys are there. How rude of me. Come on. actually better. We're doing it. Oh, mother of pearl! We're done. We're done. Oh, it hurts. All right. Floor's not perfect, but it's it's funny how the easiest things seem, well, the things that seemed easiest are actually giving me the most trouble.